In this tutorial, I am going to give you tips that will make your blowouts faster, smoother, and more efficient. I am going to break down the different types of blow dry brushes, how you need to prep your hair, and the steps you should take. Anissa has been growing out her hair color and transitioning back to her natural tone for the last 2 years, and she is ready to cut the remaining color off the ends. So we are going to turn her into Babiana in this tutorial. Let's start with the prep for your blowout. It is important to clear your scalp and strands of any old product buildup to give you a clean surface to work from. My scalp clarifier is going to do just that. This formula has salicylic acid, sea kelp extract, and Indian winter cherry to gently exfoliate the follicles and increase circulation for healthy hair growth. It's also going to ensure that your scalp is pH balanced to reduce shedding and flaking in the days after styling. It has a nice, cool sensation as it goes on your scalp, and it instantly lathers while you massage it in. After getting this throughout her scalp, I'm going to add some water and then lather it through to the ends to deep cleanse. Next, I am going to use the Ultimate Hydrator shampoo to cleanse, hydrate, and repair with carrot seed oil to stimulate growth, hydrolyzed wheat protein to strengthen, and marshmallow root to improve elasticity and combat itchy, dry scalp. I feel like shampooing gets overlooked, but this is the point in your regimen that facilitates the hydration your hair craves. Make sure you massage your scalp with your fingertips and avoid using your nails so you don't get micro tears in your scalp. Also, you want to massage it in for at least a minute or so. Make sure those surfactant molecules in the formula can grab up all the unwanted particles. After rinsing this out with lukewarm water, I am going to apply the elasticity restoring treatment. Even if you step out the shower to detangle, apply it in the shower because it'll help you distribute the treatment while your hair is still holding all of that water. I am using the FHI Heat Unbrush to detangle. It's made with DuoFlex anti-static bristles that help it glide effortlessly through all hair types and levels of tangle without causing breakage. It's very lightweight, very easy to clean, and it does cut down on detangling time. For perspective, this whole detangling segment you're watching is 5 minutes of real time. This treatment is formulated to repair the lipid barrier of your strands so your hair retains more moisture with less frizz while strengthening and repairing. Using this treatment every wash day is going to reduce the breakage so you can retain more length. This is a treatment with protein in it, not a protein treatment, so it is safe and designed for regular use. This conditioner also works to protect your hair during the styling process, which no matter what you're doing is considered manipulation. You need this in your regimen. After all the sections are detangled, I'm going to cover with the processing cap for 10 minutes under the dryer and then rinse out. Next, I am going to apply a heat protectant, evenly distribute, and then place the hair in small sections to prepare for blow drying. This is a formula I'm working on, so more on that later, but the point is you need to apply your heat protectant of choice directly to clean hair. Read the instructions on the product and do what it says. You are canceling the heat protection in the protectant if you are layering other products under it, preventing it from properly attaching to your strands. Cosmetic instructions are given to you based on how the product was formulated and tested. So when you make up stuff, just know you might not get the intended result. The reason I am pre-sectioning and Bantu knotting the hair is to keep me organized and to keep the hair damp until I get to that section, so I don't have to spray water and get droplets on sections that have already been dried. Plus, this will save you time because if you are pre-sectioned, you can just keep the dryer on and proceed to your next section. I am going to show you all a range of tools starting with the least amount of tension going up to the highest so you can understand what the tools are designed for and what you can expect. I am going to use the FHI Heat Platform 2000 Nano Power Pro Dryer. It has a high velocity motor that helps dry hair faster with ceramic Hydra Heat technology that evenly distributes heat and seals in moisture while reducing frizz and static. The first tool I'm going to show you is the comb attachment. I am not a fan of these on any dryer because they make the dryer awkwardly too long. They have virtually no grip for tension and they take forever to dry a section. After all the pulling through over and over, the hair is going to be puffy. If you like using these, you can. They're not wrong, they're just highly inefficient, which is why you don't see me using them. As you can see, this section is dry, but it's puffy. The Denman paddle brush has a flexible air cushion with ball-ended pins to make it gentle on the scalp. The large surface area of this brush makes it great for all textured hair types and densities. It allows you to stretch the hair very easily without adding breakage because it doesn't have a lot of natural tension. This is a brush that works if you know how to work it. You have to hold it at a parallel angle to the dryer nozzle and make the heat flow through it, and then use a pick, grab, and flip technique at the root to get that hair straight. This brush requires more dexterity than others to get the hair somewhat smooth, but it is a very solid option. The Denman Classic Styling Brush has an anti-static rubber pad and rows of tightly packed straight pins to smooth, polish, and shape the hair. The grip on this handle is not very comfortable, and the tension isn't as much as you think considering the amount of bristles it has. This brush does work, but it requires a higher level of skill to get a decent result. This is probably my least favorite style of brush to blow dry textured hair with, so I'll just save you the trouble and tell you this one ain't worth trying. Now we're going to get into the higher tension tools. The FHI Heat Thermal Ceramic Brush has a blend of anti-static wave-shaped bristles to provide increased tension and shine. This brush has a nice padded ergonomic handle and comes in 3 sizes. I am using the 1.5 inch here. The tension grip on this type of brush is great because it allows you to get all the way to the scalp since it has shorter bristles, and that wavy texture on the bristles is helping grip the hair to get it smoother. The open core of this brush lets air travel through it so the time decreases, and it's a lightweight brush so your hand won't be cramped. This is probably my favorite style of round brush. As you can see, the section of hair is smooth all the way to the ends, and it has more natural luster from the grooming of the bristles. The Ion Bore Ceramic Thermal Round Brush uses negative ions to eliminate frizz and ceramic barrel to retain and control heat for smoothing. The combination of pins and bristles gives high tension to get hair stretched faster. This brush has a good ergonomic grip as well, but it is significantly heavier because the core is not open vented. This brush gives the most tension, but you will need some serious hand and wrist dexterity to maneuver this one in tandem with your dryer. If you're not a novice at blow drying, you might want to go with the FHI brush because it's lighter in weight, so it's going to be easier for you to hold. The last tool I'm going to show you is a new one. The FHI Heat Platform Blowout Brush has a 4-in-1 tool that dries, smooths, and curls. If you struggle with maneuvering a dryer and a brush at the same time, this is your new bestie. This dryer has an oval-shaped barrel and curved edges, making it easy to turn and glide with an ergonomically curved handle for comfort. The 360-degree airflow and professional-grade motor uses plasma ionic technology that purifies the air, eliminates static and frizz to give you smooth, hydrated results. It has 3 ceramic heat settings, and it is extremely lightweight and quiet. The tension level on this is somewhere in the middle. It has some good grip because of the bristle pin combo, but there is a lot of space between them to allow the heat to come out, so it doesn't grip the hair as tightly as a traditional round brush. I actually like this tool, and while it took a little bit longer than using a round brush, it still got the section very smooth. On the left side, where I used all of the low tension tools, you can see that the hair is puffier and not as shiny and smooth as the hair on the right side, where I used the tools with more tension and grooming bristles. I'm going to finish up the rest of her head with the FHI Heat Ceramic Round Brush. I hope this helped you understand these tools better so you can choose the best option for you. Now I am going to flat iron and cut her hair into a bob. I am using the FHI Heat Platform Signature Pro Styler, a carbon tail comb to chase the flat iron or keep the hair in the path of the plates. This 1 1/4 inch tourmaline ceramic professional flat iron has 3 layers of baked ceramic plates infused with tourmaline for even heat distribution and high-speed heat recovery. What I love most about these irons is the smooth glide, how it adds to the shine of the hair, how lightweight it is, how quickly the heat recovers between passes, and I have never experienced any heat damage from using them. A few tips for flat ironing. Make sure you are using sections that are no taller than the width of the plates of the iron. You need to apply tension as you pull the iron down if you only want to do one pass. However, with this iron being ceramic and the heat protectant you use, you will be okay if you need to do more than one pass. I have this iron set to 400 degrees. You should be able to find the maximum temperature threshold for the heat protectant you are using somewhere in its details. When it comes to choosing tools, I recommend ceramic over titanium for natural curls if you care about your curl pattern not being damaged. Titanium irons give super silky results, but the metal is more porous and passes more heat into the strands. For the sake of safety, I just say go with ceramic because the heat is more controlled and the material is less porous, so you are less likely to damage your hair. This is going to be a one-length bob with a very slight drop angle from the ear forward so it doesn't hike up and create a curved back or mullet silhouette when styled. We are going for chic here, not church lady. Anissa's hair was layered, so the color sits higher in the crown in respect to the overall shape, so to get the color off the ends, this is the best cut option. I showed her where I needed to cut last time I saw her, made her wait a few weeks to be sure she was ready to go with it, so if you are clutching your pearls at the moment about the amount of hair I am cutting, you can relax. She's fine. This is not something I would recommend trying to do on yourself. Let a stylist get you together on this so you don't end up with a lopsided cut. After this cut is refined, nice and sharp, I am going to just curve the hair under a little bit, just a little bump, and apply some silk serum to finish this out. I would like to introduce you all to Anissa Bobbiana. I love a good old nasty bob. It's so chic and still offers lots of styling options, and the grow out will be very graceful and easy. If she wants layers in the future, that's easy to cut in, but I wanted her to start one length because it's not so easy to get layers back out of a cut without taking most of the length, so she can experience a range of options from here as it grows out. Anissa likes curls, so I am going to use the same flat iron and do some loose barrel curls to create wavy texture. The key to getting the hair to lay right in the front is to part the sections diagonally, so as you are curling away from the face, it falls at an angle. That's how you get that cascading effect that adds the drama. I'm using Agadir volumizing hairspray to help keep the shape and resist humidity. This hairspray is great for curly and straight styles. It's not sticky, it doesn't get too hard, tacky, or flake, and it is safe to use with thermal tools. If you don't have a hairspray in your arsenal, you should, and this is the one. I have it linked below this video. This was the makeover that Anissa wanted for her birthday, and I am so glad I was able to deliver for her. I hope you learned a lot of new things in this tutorial that you can apply to your own regimen and techniques. I will link you to everything I used in the description box below this video, and you can get the MoKnowsHair collection online at MoKnowsHair.com.